Time now for the morning rush. We start with breaking news just into our newsroom. Albuquerque police are on scene of a deadly shooting in northeast Albuquerque. Here's a live look. Police say this is in the 400 block of Avital. This is off of Tramway near Encantado. That is north of I-40. APD has confirmed that one person was shot and has died on scene. This is now being deemed a homicide. No word on if police know who the suspect is or if anyone is in custody.
Now some breaking overnight news. The FBI's investigation into Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh is over. The White House says that they find no corroboration of sexual misconduct allegations against him. Meanwhile, last night, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell moved to end debate on the matter by Friday. This could set senators up for a vote that could happen by the end of the week. The Senate will begin reading the FBI's report this morning.
On to new details now. The family of a missing man is pleading for your help this morning and now offering a $6,000 reward for anyone with information on his whereabouts. Michael Green went missing last week after visiting his two daughters in Albuquerque from Oregon. His mother says he had plans to meet up with friends, but he never made it. He was last seen driving a white 2012 Dodge Avenger. Police say it's still too early to consider foul play. Kristen.
Looking at more of those rain chances out over the far northwest, including southern Colorado today. A little bit of high mountain snow for the San Juans. Also, some spotty storms possible in the far southeast. Talking Eddy, Roosevelt, and Lee County here. So keep the umbrella around Albuquerque and most of central, northeast, and southwest New Mexico. Not likely to see widespread rain. David?
A Los Lunas police officer remains on administrative leave pending an ongoing internal investigation into his DWI arrest. Valencia County deputies say Sergeant Michael Romero's SUV ended up in a ditch last week. The deputies also say he admitted to having one drink and say Romero blew a .16. At the time of his arrest, Valencia County deputies called Judge Tina Garcia, who ordered Romero to be released on his own recognizance and not to be booked.
A retired APD sergeant is waking up behind bars this morning after leading deputies on a chase last night, according to authorities. Moises Grostet was pulled over after a deputy says he saw him swerving in between lanes. He admitted to having two drinks but refused to get out of the car. Deputies say he then put his car in drive and took off. The deputy chased him onto I-40. The chase was called off. Grostet was later arrested at his home. He is now charged with DWI.
A state representative may be looking into appealing her one-day jail sentence after being convicted of aggravated DWI. Monica Youngblood has 15 days to make that appeal or turn herself in to start her sentence at MDC. Yesterday, Metro Court Judge Kevin Fitzwater sentenced her to serve only a day in jail and probation. He credited her with 1 day time served for the 4 hours she spent in jail when she was arrested.
On to new news this morning. Today, the city plans to reopen a police substation that's been closed for years in Old Town. APD will then begin staffing the station on the corner of Central and Rio Grande to increase police presence in the Old Town area. The city is reopening the substation as part of its push towards community policing. Mayor Tim Keller says they will launch bike patrols and have officers walking around patrolling the area.
Along those lines, happening today, Mayor Tim Keller is scheduled to sign a bill funding a class to get more police officers on the streets. You'll remember earlier this week, city councilors approved $3 million in funding for a 40-member lateral transfer class in January of 2019. Certified officers from other departments could take a condensed 9-week lateral police academy to become an APD officer. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index only added 2, just keeping in that slight chance of a stray shower. It's pretty low, but like what we had yesterday, we could pick up maybe 1 or 2 getting into the Rio Grande Valley. Everything else looks to stay quiet.
The city is looking to speed up the process in helping neighbors stop speeding drivers. The city's Neighborhood Traffic Management Program takes neighborhood complaints about speeding and then conducts studies to come up with ways to slow down drivers. The program has been slow to act in the past. City officials say they are now working to speed up the pace of the studies, and then 10 new traffic studies are planned over the next month. The city aims to get requests done within 6 months of a year to being submitted.
On to an update for you. No changes are expected to be made to the Southwest Chief. Amtrak reportedly says it will keep the route running as is. The train currently runs through Raton, Las Vegas, Albuquerque, and Gallup. The company was talking about turning a segment into a bus route next year because the cost to maintain the route is in the millions. New Mexico's congressional delegation fought the change. Senator Tom Udall says he received commitment from Amtrak to keep it as it is.
A Special Olympics equestrian team is doing some celebrating this morning after bringing dozens of blue ribbons back to the village of Corrales.
I like to ride horses because horses is like my friend.
4-Point Riders is made up of 10 athletes ages 12 to 51. They have varying degrees of disabilities, but all have a love of horses. Now, the team was started 7 years ago by occupational therapists who say the time these athletes spend with their horses helps their physical strength, memory function, and social skills.
Time now for a check on traffic. Crystal mentioned earlier we do have that police activity in northeast Albuquerque. It'll be a good idea to avoid the area of Tramway and Encantado. Everything else looks good. Some minor delays coming in eastbound Paseo, but a live look outside shows the Big Eye moving smoothly.
Finally, it's not Tuesday, but don't worry, taco lovers. Today is National Taco Day. According to National Taco Day's official website, Americans ate more than 4.5 billion tacos last year. That's 490,000 miles of tacos. Enough tacos that if they were strung together with some super gooey cheese, could reach all the way to the moon and back. Today, you can catch several deals around town, including at national chains. For instance, Taco Bell is offering a $5 box for 4 tacos.
Good morning. Looking outside right now, we've got a mostly clear sky. Plenty of sunshine coming up over the Duke City, and we're going to stick with the sunshine. Not going to see a whole lot in the way of rain chances today. It's just a stray shower if we see anything at all. We are not favored for the rain, though. That's going to be further to the northwest. Day planner shows 60s to start, 70s by midday, 83 as a forecast high. Again, northwest, southeast, that's where my eyes will be for the showers today and again tomorrow. 2 different disturbances that we're watching. But of course, it's that cold front moving in on Saturday that's going to give us those breezy to windy conditions, a drop in temperatures, and eventually some showers possible late weekend. All right, time for the 5 facts.
At number 5 this morning, a local Special Olympics equestrian team is celebrating this after they ended their season on top. The group brought dozens of blue ribbons back to the village of Corrales. The team 4-Point Riders is made up of 10 athletes ages 12 to 51 with varying degrees of disabilities, but all have a love of horses. Now, the team was started 7 years ago by occupational therapists.
And number 4, now the city is looking to speed up the process and helping neighbors stop speeding drivers. The city's neighborhood traffic management program takes neighborhood complaints about speeding, then conducts studies to come up with ways to slow down drivers. However, the program's been slow to act in the last several years, some neighbors waiting years for an answer. The city's aim is to get requests done within 6 months to a year after being submitted.
At number 3, mostly quiet today, tomorrow, and even for the most part on Saturday here in the metro. We're just going to have to watch those winds closely Saturday morning. More wind and showers expected Sunday. That'll continue Monday. Temperatures dropping, though, from 83 today, 70s tomorrow, down to the 60s by Monday afternoon.
At number 2, the FBI's investigation into Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh is complete, and it's now in the hands of senators who have a day to sift through it before taking a vote. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell filed a motion for a first vote on Kavanaugh to be held Friday, followed by a full Senate floor vote on Saturday. At least 3 senators have said their vote will depend on the outcome of the investigation. The public will likely never know what's in that report. However, the White House is speaking out, saying the FBI found no corroboration of sexual misconduct allegations against Kavanaugh.
On to number 1 now. The city is set to reopen a police substation in Old Town after being closed for years. This is to help curb crime in the area. The station sits on the corner of Central and Rio Grande. APD says they will increase police presence in the Old Town area. The city says it's reopening the substation as part of its push toward community policing. Business owners say crime has been hurting business in that area. They really do hope that this will make a big difference and make the area safer.